This is KGW News at noon.
And we start with breaking news. A Portland high school is in lockdown and 2 other schools are in lockout. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. Look at this map because this shows the location we're talking about. About 40 minutes or so ago, Portland Public reported Roosevelt High is in lockdown. Astor Elementary and George Middle Schools are in lockouts. There really is still a lot we don't know, including what led up to this situation, but we do know police are there at Roosevelt. Just as soon as we get any more information, we'll certainly pass it along. Also this noon, take a look at this live picture of Interstate 5, both north and southbound, right there at Going Street. The commute, much quieter than it was just 24 hours ago when a crime spree closed part of the freeway. It involved carjackings, a chase, and police fatally shooting the suspect. One of the officers involved has been identified as a 17-year veteran of the Portland Police Force. He's on leave until the Bureau's investigation is over. OMICRON walks us through what happened.
What ended here with police cars and crime tape in the middle of a normally busy interstate Monday morning started in northeast Portland. Police got a call about a home invasion robbery where the suspect stole a car, which kicked off the alleged crime spree. It happened around the area of Northeast Tillamook and 33rd, according to the Oregonian.
In the 30 or 40 minutes following that initial robbery, it appears as if the suspect committed several more carjackings, and in all these cases he was believed to be armed.
Just before 10 in the morning, officers say the suspect got on I-5 South in the area of Rosa Parks Way, driving in the wrong direction up towards North Lombard Street, then got out of the car and attempted another carjacking. Police say the suspect shot someone inside the car, injuring them. The victim was taken to the hospital, expected to survive. Following that shooting, a PPB officer shot the suspect, killing him.
Anything we respond to is dangerous. Anything we respond to, you just can't predict how it's going to go. Anything can end up in a deadly force situation.
Chief Chuck Lavelle stated in part, while it is disturbing that one person was injured, I am grateful it was not worse and that no others, including our officers, were injured. Mayor Wheeler, who was also on scene Monday, tweeted, "A violent series of events was stopped by Portland police officers today on I-5 in North Portland. I am saddened for the life that was lost and the life that narrowly escaped with an injury. To the officers who responded to this call, thank you for your service to our community." The roads reopened and delays subsided around 5:30 p.m. Portland police asking now for patience as the complex investigation continues.
And there are several things we still don't know today, like who the suspect is. We're continuing to follow this story on air and online at kgw.com. Be sure to look for updates later today. Now to the latest COVID news. Washington reporting 3 cases of the Omicron variant, and they're all in young people. The patients are a man in his 20s in Pierce County, a man in his 30s in Thurston County, and a woman in her 20s in King County. They tested positive last week. The Washington Department of Health says they do not believe these cases are related. The Omicron variant is leading to some new travel rules. All international travelers are required to get tested for COVID within 24 hours of arriving in the U.S. You also have to show a negative test result before boarding a flight. That applies even if you're already vaccinated. On a positive note today, more people are getting vaccinated for COVID here in Oregon. The very latest numbers show at least 73% have had both doses of Moderna or Pfizer or have completed the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine. 23% of Oregonians have also gotten a booster shot.
We've already have lost over 3,000 substitute teachers since the pandemic began.
This year, more than ever, school districts across Oregon, Washington, and really the rest of the country are struggling to fill positions, everything from office staff to teachers. These shortages put added stress on teachers and force districts to offer big hiring incentives. So how exactly did we get here? We've heard many times that the pandemic exacerbated the staffing shortage, causing some teachers to retire earlier than they originally intended due to health concerns. But state education officials and teachers say there are multiple factors to consider.
It's the stress of the work, school violence, just the increased academic rigor that we expect, which is good for our students. Then on top of that, you add concerns about health.
Teachers deserve higher compensation for the work that they do every single day in and out of the classrooms.
That was Nicole Butler-Hooten. She is Oregon's 2021 Teacher of the Year. She says teachers are now expected to do more than ever. They often find themselves de-escalating fights and other outbursts and becoming sort of counselors in those moments. Our colleagues at The Story have covered this issue in depth. You can find their full story on KGW's YouTube channel. Well, today, Reynolds Middle School in Fairview started bringing kids back to campus for the first time since before Thanksgiving. The district moved to remote learning on November 22nd because of fights and other behavior issues at school. The teachers returned yesterday. Sixth graders came back today. And each day this week, a different grade returns. The district is also doing more to create a safer learning environment. That includes more campus monitors, mental health staff, and monthly programs to help students work through conflict. They've reorganized the lunch periods and they've modified recess activities to be more engaging. Teachers and staff are taking de-escalation courses, and they're asking parents to have open conversations about social and emotional health at home. Reynolds says all students will be back to in-person learning by Friday. Okay, you guys, the rumors are true. The University of Oregon's head football coach, Mario Cristobal, is leaving. He's heading to the University of Miami. Reporter Kennedy Dendy talked to Duck fans about this big change.
He's from Miami, so I guess that makes sense.
Honestly, I think it's better for the future of Oregon football.
After 4 seasons, Oregon head football coach Mario Cristobal is headed home to Miami, leaving many Duck fans wondering what the future holds for the program.
I was definitely surprised because, obviously we lost and didn't make it to playoffs this year, but I was surprised just because, I thought it's a strong team, but people need to move on and take the next steps and do what's best for them.
Duck fans shared that it makes sense because Miami is home for Cristobal, where he played football and where family is. So they're choosing to stay optimistic.
I think we're kind of just heading in a new direction, and I wish him luck in Miami. I hope he does well, and I just hope we're heading in a direction where maybe we can win a national championship and not lose to Utah brutally.
Now, there were a couple fans I spoke with pretty fired up about the news, saying they're upset and will miss what Cristobal brought to the program. And others are already trying to figure out who will be coming in.
It's interesting. I just started following Oregon football this year because I'm a freshman here, but I don't know. I'm curious to see who they replace him with, who they go for, if they're going to try to get somebody from a top collegiate team, recruit someone.
As many hope a new face can come in and elevate the program to a new level and win a national championship.
That is definitely the goal for the Ducks, and there's a reason Oregonians got the nickname Webfoot, and it has nothing to do with football. That Skycam pretty much says it all. Rod, today it's all about the rain.
Oh, even have the windshield wiper going for a fact. How fancy is that? From the top of the Wells Fargo building. Really not seeing a lot of total moisture today. It's been mostly some patchy light stuff, and the clouds are actually breaking in a few spots. If you look down around Salem, you can see it there on the visible satellite picture. But, for most of us, it's just overcast. Here's our Cannon Beach live camera. Temperature at the beach, not too bad with a light southwest wind at 52 degrees. It will probably hit 50 today over in Sisters. You're looking at the Three Sisters from Aspen Lakes Golf Course. Their webcam looking a little low, cloudiness holding down low, but beautiful sunny blue skies up top. Downtown Portland, not as warm at noon as I thought we would be. We're at 46 degrees. Notice the wind direction from the east. There's a bit of a cooling wind coming out of the Columbia River Gorge. Again, this is the temperature out along the Columbia River. When you get down into Salem, you folks are in the 50s right now, but Portland 46. I still think most of us should hit 50 or maybe a little bit warmer. Eventually, as the day goes on, we'll hold on to that shower chance. Coming up, I spoke with the man who should know up at Mount Hood Meadows, Dave Tregathon, and we'll have the latest on potential opening days for the ski season.
Lots of people wanting to know about that. Rob, thank you. As we go to break this afternoon, we take a moment to remember the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor today. More than 2,400 Americans died, 1,100 more were wounded. That attack led to the U.S. entering World War II. We do have a number of tributes and articles on our website, including the story of an Oregon football team that joined the fight. You'll find our Pearl Harbor coverage in the featured section of KGW.com.